Yes, magandang araw na po sa inyo lahat. Maayong adlaw na napunta sa Woman Up. And today, we're with pinapusgang DJ sa Cebu, si DJ Jackie. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Ang atong international fashion designer na si Christine Bertuccio.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
And of course, the former beauty queen, ang first lady sa Leyte, si Aina Loy.
Hi, everyone. Maayong adlaw all the way from Leyte.
And we have a special guest today.
Ooh.
Yee-hee. Welcome.
So now we're starting to auction you already. We're going to start auctioning you guys up, okay? Are you ready? Okay, so first, he's the CEO of CF Sharp Crew Management. He's also the lead singer of Drift. And I'm his better half. I have to be the better. Mr. Miguel Rocha.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome, Miguel.
And then we have his day job is a financial broker. He's a producer and consultant for True Media Company, the business of the film industry uncensored. Oh, interesting. No censorship. And then he had a film in Sundance and in Netflix, I'll See You in My Dreams. It's about a widower who begins dating after 20 years. Wow. And for those who like scary movies, watch Racket. What's it? Rake?
The Rake. The Rake.
I thought it was like Japanese. So Rocket.
Rocket. Different kind of movie.
I thought it was Japanese.
No.
So what? It's Rake Guru. So he loves playing music, cooking, hiking, cycling, scuba diving, and photography. Oh, I love photography also. And he also has a business here in Makati. And he is Mr. Jay's iPhone.
Jay's iPhone. Jason Howard. Hey. My last name is iPhone, but maybe I should change it. That would be awesome.
I think that's a great stage name.
That's a great stage name.
It's iPhone.
Sorry, I forgot this.
It's okay. No, it's all right.
Okay, so wait. So the other guest is a lawyer from San Francisco. I really miss San Francisco. We're supposed to be there last month.
Yeah, me too.
You would have seen each other in person. So over the years, he loves listening to music like hard rock, metal, original pop cover bands, and he normally plays the lead guitar and sing backup. But most recently, he's playing the bass guitar. So, attorney Larry D.
Hello.
Larry D. In the house.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome, men, to Women Up.
You're showing our demographic age here.
I've waited 20 years to do that. I don't know about you guys.
Actually, what else? Okay, so guys, I understand that you made a music video together.
Yeah, we've made two videos so far together. I honestly don't know where the project incepted from. I don't know how it started. All I know is that there was a message came through, and there was an idea to do something together, and I said, yeah. So I don't know. Do you know who started this thing? Jay, Lair?
I remember Miguel, since you're a few hours ahead of us, you know, in terms of, you know, Facebook posting and stuff like that. You had posted something very interesting and very touching about one of the songs we actually covered. and then Jay started commenting on it, and I said, I kind of sensed like, oh wow, this could be something, and we just kind of talked about it offline a little bit, right? And said, well, let's try it before we even really thought it through, which was a kind of the really cool thing about it is that we just wanted to jam together and try to make something happen, even though we were, I was in San Francisco, Jay's in LA, and Miguel, you're halfway, in the Philippines, and we just didn't. I don't think we gave it much thought. But what was cool about it was we just said we're going to do it some way, somehow, and at the end of the day, the friendship and the hard work is what made it all happen. That's kind of what I remember about it. I just remember it just sort of happening, and then the idea, and we just took off, right? I mean, and then we kind of made it our own. Why it happened or how it happened was kind of cool.
It's just like, I thought it would be cool to have you as guests because, DJ Jackie, Christine, Aina, and I were also from different islands. And I think that I'm seeing more of, I see them more now than before the pandemic, actually. Right, girls?
Yeah, agree.
That's right. One of the good things about this.
It's true.
You gonna say something, Jay?
Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I mean, I try to look at the positive, and Larry, Miguel, and I have never made music together ever until now. So if it takes that all this bad stuff to go down for us to get together and just appreciate the time you have, and when we all get back together again, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
well, but I appreciate the show.
Yeah, well, the thing about it too is I think we're all quite long in this quarantine, homestay, whatever they call it in your part of the world, lockdown. I think people are starting to go a little bit stir crazy. Yeah. I get a sense of the people that I talk with and the people here in the house that somehow the energy is changing. It's becoming more stressful. And for me, what's been really great is to have, more connection and more community feeling. And that's what I think Larry and Jay and I have built a little community. And having that outlet and having the creative outlet is helping keep my mental and emotional state more well balanced.
That's for sure. And we kind of jumped on this early when we didn't really know how long we were going to go, and we still don't know how long we're really going to go in terms of getting back to some sense of what normal would be. So. Yeah, it's been a real anchor for me as well emotionally, just having something to look forward to in addition to just daily life and other things I'm worrying about, friends, family, strangers, things like that. It's nice to have a little bit of a creative, absolutely a creative outlet and a bit of a distraction in something that you're building, on a daily, weekly basis, and you're doing it because you're part of something, and we go back many years. We all went to high school together, and we've never performed really or collaborated together. And well, Miguel and I were in the same senior choir together in Catholic high school, and Jay jumped on stage with me once at least on a gig about maybe almost 10 years ago, but we've never been in bands together formally, like and played, of course. And as we got older and life got in the way, that got even more difficult. But we've, that's the other thing too that I think that is very significant about it. It's based in three guys that grew up in San Francisco, went our separate ways, maintained contact, and it really sort of a crisis became an opportunity an excuse, and then an opportunity to do something together, and it's fantastic. I mean, these two guys are great. They're a pleasure to work with. They're great friends, and I just love the commitment, and I can't say enough. It's I don't know if you guys really know how cool I think it is, and how much I'm so happy that we're able to do this, guys.
Yeah, same here.
So how did
It's a bromance all the way around.
Yes,
I
Love
start
you guys.
getting jealous?
we hug you.
Romance.
I start getting jealous now.
Yeah.
Positivity in terms of the current situation, like the three gentlemen, like they have the same passion, they have the same hobby, so they were able to connect.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's been, even before that, there's other things, I mean, I think the other connection is sports. The three of us are rabid Bay Area sports fans. We support the same teams. And that's been the basis of a lot of our connection through the years. As the sports season go on, we were watching the same teams, we're following the same sports. So that's been really a good staple. But it doesn't quite afford the same type of collaboration and working together. It's to me, it's this is a completely different experience than anything musically I've ever done before. I've sung in choirs and I've been in the band. I have a band I play in, but I've never really done any kind of recording stuff like this. And it's a little bit strange not to be directly playing with somebody else. But then being able to magically somehow, Larry's able to put everything together, and that now you have a collaboration in the same time. It's nice to do something so new.
And you know what? Even me.
So who's the tech guy?
Larry is the tech guy.
Who's the tech
Props to
guy?
you, Larry.
Oh,
It's very low tech. What you're hearing is for the most part recorded. I kid
Don't
you
give
not.
away all the secrets, Larry.
Well, let's just say I can give away this one big tidbit, right, guys? I mean, it's recorded a lot of times on iPhone microphone that's on well, it's not even an iPhone. It's an imitation iPhone earbud microphone that was bought for like $6 at a gas station. That's so don't discount low tech. Sometimes it's what you have it's how you make use of what you have a lot of times, and that's kind of what I think a lot of folks are experiencing now. Even if you're financially okay, you're still your situation's being impacted, so things are less, and it's how do you make something cool or make the best of a situation out of what you have, and and not having the luxury of being able to have everything, like the song says, you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need, Yeah, we should do that one too.
Yeah, I can play that one.
Yeah. No, I was saying. I have to say that, I'm also thankful for this because I see how stressful it's been for Miguel because of the lockdown, and we're both in the same industry. So I am thankful for your projects, guys. Thank you. Whoever thought of it, I'm really thankful. So how do you choose? By the way, Christine also sings. Sample dayon niyo.
Go.
he does.
Go.
You know what? Why don't we girls do our own version, like the four of us and then the three of them.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, except I can't sing.
I
Well, you
can't
can
sing
do the-
either, and I don't play anything.
Ayun.
Can I be the backup dancer?
I will be the backup.
Okay.
dancer.
I'll let you guys in a little secret. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if you did. Because we actually record the audio and then we lip sync to our own video. Maybe what you guys can do is you can lip
Really?
sync for our song and do your own lip sync version of us. You can cover our tune and put your face. You do the video.
I'll have man voice.
Well, I mean, that's why it'd be interesting.
Exactly.
Imagine.
Sample yun! Sample.
Well, I think I have to sing with the three guys if you want me to sing.
Okay. What's up?
Bitaw.
Well, I don't
That's
think,
the
okay, the only song that'll work on Zoom because of delay is if we do something like row, row, row your boat, something in a round or a cannon.
Now you're getting technical.
That's technical.
So, how do you choose the song that you perform?
Oh,
Who chooses it? Whose taste is Rolling Stones?
I don't know. Well, the first song, The Wait, we're just throwing out songs that we liked and we thought, and somehow we all liked that one. The Stones.
I
Yeah.
think one of the original ideas, how all this started too, is I saw a version of The Wait that took 2 years to record by all these musicians from around the world. And then that was one of the genesis in the original ideas of trying to do something across, our distances. But then now we're just trying to find songs that we feel like we could pull off.
Yeah, our ambition and our arrogance. We're like, wait a second, that took 2 years, and including the guy who wrote it 50 years ago, and one Beatle was in it too, right? We can do that.
Actually, the next song that we're working on was a request by another one of our high school classmates, and actually Larry went to school with him since grade school even.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a request for a song that was something of a bit of a stretch for me, so I thought it would be appropriate to pull these guys in. So our song choices come from all different.
Are you gonna reveal what song that is?
No, we'll save it for the release.
Because if we do that during our time, that would be like, baby. Just
no, it's that Rick Astley song that involves Rick rolls. No, just kidding. Sorry, no, it's not really a dancing song though. Unfortunately, I guess you could, depending on how we butcher it, I guess.
When did you start doing these guys? Like, this is your third, or what? How many songs already have you done?
We're at like 2 7/4.
We're on 2, and then we've got one more that's just about to be released.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time we can do like a collaboration. I'm kidding.
Well, one of my New Year's resolutions last year was to get in the studio more, so it's worked out well. Even though Larry does all the studio stuff, I just show up. But it's been fun.
It's not much of a studio, but it gets the job done.
My studio is my bathroom.
My guess is there are a lot of inventions that have occurred in our ideas that happen in bathrooms over the years. So
There you go.
Plus the acoustics are better in there.
The acoustics are better, yes.
Yeah, we're giving away too many guy secrets there, right? I mean that's like. Sorry, leave it to us to take it right to literally the bathroom. Sorry.
So guys, this is the first time that you three are performing together. But do you perform like Miguel with a different band, or maybe solo?
I have a group of friends here in Manila that I've been playing with for the past almost 7 years now, and we weren't ever really a band per se. We were just friends getting together and jamming at houses and house parties and things like that, until Ariane convinced us to play out in public for her birthday, and then that started us playing out and playing gigs. So that's been what I've been doing lately. I know that Larry's also in band. He's been playing in bands too,
Larry?
Was he frozen? I thought he was just
Larry maybe frozen.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, sorry. What happened?
Larry, what's your history about playing? Just asking us about you. Do you play in other bands? How long have you been playing music?
Oh, I've been playing. I started playing piano maybe when I was in first grade. I didn't really like it too much. Well, I did like it, but then I discovered the rock band Kiss, and I said I want to play guitar. So I was able to take guitar up and took lessons in school, and then as you get a little older, joined some bands in high school, and I've played locally as a musician for on and off for a number of years here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Played everything from hard rock, metal originals, and getting a chance to open for some touring acts and things like that, and even going touring up and down the state a little bit, playing in Hollywood and places like that, and also playing in some cover bands, pop cover bands, tribute bands, things like that. Right. Again, usually playing lead guitar and singing, but most recently been trying something out of my comfort zone, and that's playing bass guitar. With some guys that were starting up a new originals project that was a very cool opportunity for me. And up until actually I had played a show in early March before everything hit, and now we're totally grounded. No live shows, so it's a bit still trying to wrap my brain around that. Not having that live performance. The music scene in San Francisco is not as robust as it used to be, but musicians are finding a way to get out and still have a community. But that's of course shut down at the moment. So, I've enjoyed the ability and the privilege to play live music in bars, and played for 2 people, played for hundreds of people, everything. And like I said, Jay's joined me one occasion, playing in a bar once, and kind of was always something there for us, saying, oh, we got to get back and do that again,
Larry's really, Ray and Miguel are really easy to work with, which is awesome. I mean, there's really no ego in doing this. But for me, actually, I actually picked up music late. I picked up music probably about 2 years after college. I really wanted to play guitar. I've always liked to sing in the shower, in the car, and all that stuff. And that I kind of said to my buddy, I would always steal his guitar. I said, I had told him, I said, God, I wish I could play music. And he said, what's stopping you? And he said, I said to him, yep, I thought you had to be born to play music. And he goes, that is the dumbest effing thing I've ever heard. If you can play rhythm, if you have rhythm, you can play music. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So it's really been a journey. And now I've been playing guitar. I mean, I'm functional on guitar, but harmonica is my best instrument. I've been playing harmonica, I mean, really heavily, probably in the last 10 years, but I've been playing for probably over 20 years. But in the last 3 years, I was playing with a lot of bands that were a lot better than me and playing by the seat of my pants. So that's where you learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question for all of you, including you ladies. So, who do you think music influenced you? Singer, songwriter, or musician? Who had the most impact in your life? Let's start with DJ Jackie.
Alayo, to ako ka-think.
Okay, Miguel.
It's so impossible to say. I don't know. I think probably growing up in the, I think it was a cross between British rock bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Who, and I can't say enough also about the influence of the singer-songwriters in the late 60s, early 70s, Bob Dylan, James Taylor, and then some of the other bands that sang really great harmonies like Crosby, Stills and Nash. I mean, these are all musical influences that affected the way I approached music, approached singing, approached making harmonies. So really across the board for me.
Next. Okay, I'll go. Mine would be David Bowie. He really influenced it. when I see him perform or when I see like his song, he was, you know, it really made me feel like it's okay. It's okay to be a little bit weird, to embrace, you know, it doesn't matter like how people think of you, but you really influenced me in that way. And also, of course, I love the Beatles, and of course Bono, who doesn't love you too. Next.
So, for me, like music in general, we as a family, we have really, I've grown up to listening to my aunts singing, and in our hometown, the karaoke is there in every household. So it's like every time I go visit, they sing along, and I sing along with them as a child. So as I was growing up, and then eventually, years ago, I had a small bar, and the singing just went on, and it somehow also molded my voice, like singing the karaoke every single day. So yeah, so that's basically
Ano ba
how
yun?
music.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
A lot. I just I
Breathless
can't
yun.
uh-huh. I can sorry?
Breathless.
Breathless. Wow.
Breathless, the
Sample
chord.
dayon. Sample dayon.
I know.
Tiwawing, dili ako.
Dayon. Sample dayon.
That's how you can sing with me if you want.
Okay.
Just, ikaw ay na.
Nanganganga lang ko yun.
So kanta ninyo for
I'll pass my ball to Aina para
Aina.
Well, it doesn't really give me that much of an impact because I'm not really that inclined to music. Although I love music, but I'm not just a singer. But I grew up watching The Sound of Music and Julie Andrews. So up until now, that like I can still hum the rhythm, but I'm not a singer. So
Guys. DJ Jackie.
Oh, nakathink na ko.
Okay, okay.
No, I'm surrounded by music each and every single day since I was in high school, so it's hard to pick. There's so much to choose from, but if I really had to pick, I was a big fan, still am, but I was a bigger fan in high school of new wave music of the 70s and 80s. I like Depeche Mode, I like New Order, Duran Duran, those bands. For local artists, I do not like, but I love Bamboo. There you go.
He's so cute
Bamboo.
also, no?
Yeah. I love his music.
Yes.
I love him.
the music or the singer.
Both.
What's the song of Bamboo again? Jay?
Well, as you can see by my shirt, probably Rolling Stones
Oh.
was a big influence on me. I'm more of a rock and roller, so I like AC/DC, like Back in Black. You know, I was like when that came out, and I was also into AC/DC with Bon Scott with like Highway to Hell, but I like everything now. I mean, I was in a weird time growing up because there was a lot of disco, so I'm liking disco, but then I'm also liking AC/DC, and they're like, no, disco's not cool. So, but now I like everything. I mean, Prince,
Rock and roll disco.
Bob Marley, everything. I mean, there's so many good. Tom Petty, Dave Matthews. There's so many good ones.
Good.
But I guess the difference for me is I really appreciate the artists that are better live. Meaning, if you listen to like an album and then you go, or like Led Zeppelin, and then you go to see the concert, I mean, they're good, but then they can take it to a whole other level. So that's what I like. And Grateful Dead, obviously, Grateful Dead is the first band that I remember I went to see my first Grateful Dead show, and I was with these guys, and they go, hey, I said, I have a ticket for today. And they said, well, are you going Saturday and Sunday? I'm like, why would you go 3 days in a row to the show? But Grateful Dead never played the same set twice. So,
Wow.
so it's always an experience, and music is so personal. It's like a bookmarker for your life. You know, you think of certain things, and then just live concert with being around so many other people that all love the same music that you do is very exhilarating and a rush.
Larry?
Yeah, sorry, my audio dropped out. I'm sorry, was there a question?
Oh, what was your first music influences?
Oh.
Or do you have, or who are your musical influences?
I would say that probably the person that had the most impact was my father. And because he introduced me to music, you know, appreciating anything from Hank Williams, not Hank Williams Jr. or third, but like the original Hank Williams, and listening to that, and then other things like Bill Haley and the Comets, and then of course, you know, having just sort of an ear as a child, and then when I got into my own musical interests like Kiss I'm a real big hard rock metal guy too, and just being able to, you know, literally helping me buy those albums and letting me play them in the car so I could tune my ear to, you know, my own generation or my own way of expressing it. And then of course coming to shows, you know, he always was a big supporter of coming, even as an older guy too, with earplugs and stuff like that. He was always very supportive. So I would say the number one person that molded me and allowed me to do it was my dad, for sure. He was a musician as well. He played everything from he was a very good harmonica player, which is why this is really a guilty pleasure. I've told Miguel and Jason, this is my first chance to really collaborate with the harmonica, which is fantastic. And he also played the accordion. I'm not going to try that, but you know, in terms of growing up, the next stuff were definitely music television, MTV, back when they played videos. You know, lots been said about the diversity of backgrounds and stuff like that, and like Jay said, you know, it wouldn't be very uncommon to hear a disco or a pop song and then hear a hard rock video, and then you could get very excited over the music that the world was putting out at the time. There wasn't so much. There was no such thing as I mean, there were genres for sure. There were like sections in the record stores where, you know, there was rock, classical, pop, R&B, things like that, of course. But the lines were a bit more blurred early on, not as segmented or fragment or separated, I should say. But then, so I was playing guitar. How could you not? Growing up in the '80s, I was very influenced by the hard rock, and particularly being lucky enough to grow up in San Francisco Bay Area, the heavy metal scene that was emerging at the time. Metallica, Megadeth, Death Angel, bands like that were very influential, and of course the British bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Van Halen from LA, and things like that. Kiss, of course, who and it was amazing when you go back and listen to them and get into more how much they were influenced by a lot of, not necessarily always Led Zeppelin or, you know, bands that were a little older, or they were also influenced by bands, artists like David Bowie. That's been brought up here a lot. So then you say, oh, that's interesting, and that's why, you know, it's interesting to hear how one, maybe your who you play with or what's happening at the time, you tend to fall into that pocket of music, but your taste and what forms your music, your stuff as a musician is really quite diverse. Can go anything from classical music to big band. I mean, I listen to a lot of that because of my father being exposed to Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, things like that. You know, just you know, your ear. If you're a musician, you draw upon a lot of stuff, no matter what genre you tend to gravitate towards as you get older, and the stuff you come back to. So I think there's a lot to be said. One of you brought up New Order. One of my best concerts I ever went to was New Order about
Nice.
2 years ago. It was them and the Sugar Cubes, you know, with Bjork, and the opening
Oh, wow.
with Public Image Limited with Johnny Lydon. I mean, that's
Oh, wow.
talk about it. I mean, that was technically a new wave type of concert or something like that, and that was at the height of my loving heavy metal and hard rock. But it was the show blew my mind. I had so much fun, and so it's.
Has your dad seen your videos?
He unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but he's seen me play a lot. He actually was one of the people that videotaped one of my first bands back in 8th grade, and probably went deaf in one ear for about a week because of the amplifiers. But we were literally standing on top like a doghouse, and our drummer was underneath it, and he was the guy filming. And we I still have the video somewhere. I'll have to pull it up. But no, my father was able to experience probably way too much of my music, or enough of music for my lifetime. And again, that's why a big influence on me was exposure, and you know, encouraging it, and in some ways tolerating it, I guess.
Okay. Any more message to our viewers?
Oh,
Before we play we're going to play your after the show.
just
Nice.
thank you very much for having
Thank
us
you.
on the show. We hope that everybody enjoys the music, and the only message I have is just to make time to connect with people as much as possible during these days of the lockup. You know, reach out and connect. It doesn't have to be about music. It can be about just about anything. So that's my message to everybody.
Larry
I would like.
or Jay?
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I would just say is that definitely in this time, we can all be up and down, and we all go through periods, and it's very tough. But the more that I reach out to people or friends, they're happy to talk, and especially use the time now to connect with the people that you have, and then also work on creative things or get things done that you want to do because you have the time to do it. So all this will hopefully eventually end soon, and I appreciate being on the show, and I hope you guys like the music, and props to Larry, for our magic producer, for getting it all done.
Larry. Larry.
Larry's being stoic again.
Sorry, sorry. That was yeah. My advice is have a good internet connection. No, no. A lot of what both Miguel and Jay were saying have been saying is, you know, this is an opportunity. Whether you're, you know, find an artistic outlet, even if you don't think you're an artist much. It might be painting. It might be singing. It might be acting, something like that. Just tap in. You've got a little more time. Maybe you're busy because you're now adjusting to making a living and caring for a household, or be doing your part in a different way. And sometimes learning how to do that, relearning how to do your life is stressful. But there are moments now, because you know, not everybody's running around crazy physically, that you can have. And I think that try to find a creative outlet, use it as a form of meditation, because at some point, you know, life will go back to something like we're used to, and hopefully very sooner than later. But take what you can from this pandemic, and be stronger from it. And hopefully it's something that in the end, if you're creative, and you can, especially if you can do something that makes, if you can, you know, write a poem, sing a song, act a comedy skit that can make somebody laugh, that's something that'll endure. That's very powerful. That's good for it's good for everybody's immune system on a very basic level, but it's also good for your soul. And I think that a lot of people are trying to find some meaning of what's going on now, and I don't know if we're going to find that immediately. We're going to reflect upon this for, you know, a long time. But if there's ways you can feel generous and creative, I think that's going to help the common good.
That's true. So, thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
us.
gentlemen.
Gentlemen,
Thank you.
thank you. So,
Thanks, everybody.
mga bayot, sa may atong ano karon nga, 'di ba, bisag layo ta, at least pwede ta makakonect with each other through our internet gadget and even our passions, like sa ato, 'di ba, itong mga chika galore, makita na karon online.
Right.
So, message?
Mo na nakanindot ani nga pandemic. We're more connected to friends that we have never spoken with for so long, and people tend to reach out more, and we can actually reply to messages now, not like before. Now we're always in a hurry, going somewhere, never getting there. So now we're actually just sitting around at home because we were told to do so. So that's it. We are more connected, but not, which is what's good about this pandemic. So also, like these gentlemen, I'm excited to try something new. You guys have inspired me. So I might as well start something that I've wanted to do for quite a while, but haven't had the time to. And I am very excited for your performance. Since Kiss is one of your influences, maybe you'll come out in full makeup and geared up.
Maybe.
If you're not doing that now, you might want to do it sometime soon. So
Be careful what
excited
you
to see
ask
you
for.
guys perform.
Aina?
First of all, I would like to say thank you to the three gentlemen. I see them as a perfect example of the team together and team apart. Like, although they are miles away from each other, but they're able to connect through their music. And I hope you guys will inspire more people with your passion and with your music, and more power. And I hope to see you all performing together.
All right.
Thank
In the flesh.
Christine?
Yes. Yes. Everything that we talked about today is really very. It's gonna be something that the other people who can do this realize that yes, it's time to reconnect. It's time to reach out, and it's time to even do something that's not the normal thing that you usually do, right? And see what this medium can do, like even from different areas, different parts of the world, and you can connect as one and make something or do something very entertaining is really very important. So these three gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate you for what you're doing, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been watching your videos and they inspire them and continue doing what you love doing, and we'll continue hearing your playing. So yeah, this is the time for us to reconnect, and yeah.
Yes.
I want to go to the Philippines and do a concert with Drift.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
dude.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be right in the
There
front row.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, tanan sa inyo, salamat sa pagtanaw. Pag humana mo, ani, ipagtan mo itong video nila. And always remember, mag-TikTok ka, mag-answer ka crossword puzzles, but you never give up during this pandemic because every day, we humanap! Humanap! Dali!
Humanap!
Humanap! Okay, thank you guys!
Thank you.
Thank you,
You.
bye!